Well, hello my creative friends, and welcome to day 4 of my Christmas challenge. Today we're gonna draw a Christmas table. So we will be drawing like a fragment of a dining room with beautiful Christmas tree and with Christmas decoration on the table. So first we will position our vanishing point. So it's gonna be a 1-point perspective. So I put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should visually put like 5 even segments, and we put in the very center our vanishing point. Let's call it point A, and then I position my table. Let it be like somewhere here, and then I want to draw straight lines from this vanishing point. So this is gonna be our table. All right, so maybe let me move a little bit this right part of it. Then we'll quickly outline this Christmas tree. So it's gonna be its fragment here. Then maybe this is our fireplace, something beautiful, maybe Christmas decoration, a chandelier. So this first stage we really quickly try to outline all these beautiful Christmas decorations that we have here. Maybe we have a window, so let's show it as well. And remember that this is our background, so we don't want to focus too much attention on the background. And then we start with showing maybe our chairs. So this is our 1-point perspective, and the composition of this sketch, it's pretty much very symmetrical. You can see that there is symmetrical composition. So maybe let's put another chair here. All right, and right after that we will put our beautiful decorations. So let's suppose that here we have these plates. Once again, all our straight lines will be merging up to this vanishing point. In order to create a nice oval, we want to make first 2 diagonals, and then we want to like insert a circle inside of it. So it's going to be a plate, and then a little plate inside this big one, and then we have this beautiful red napkin, Christmas napkin, and again it will be converging up to this vanishing point. So this is red napkin, and forks, knives, and like dessert spoon. Well, after that, so our table, this table is table decoration. It's served for it is served for 6 people, 6 persons. So let's quickly outline like the rest of it. So maybe it will be a little bit closer to the center. So this part and this part as well. So if you want to master perspective basics, I'd love to welcome you to join my completely free video course on perspective basics. I cover the 1 and 2 point perspective. But for now, I hope you will enjoy drawing all these beautiful Christmas interiors. I'm doing it for you guys and for this Christmas inspiration, for this Christmas mood. So maybe a little, what's that, like candles, something like that. let's put a couple of candles here, basically some details. And right after that we can start coloring. So first I will begin with my lightest color, and in this case it is my beige color. So I will put it like that, and the texture of my table, it's wood, so I will make these lines. I will let some space between them, so it will instantly be looking like it's a wooden texture. So just quickly hatching, and I like this color of the timber. It's one of my favorite colors for the timber, very, very light beige color. If you have any questions, my friends, please put them in the comments below, and I'll check them at the end of this live stream for sure. And look what I'm doing now. I put more and more layers on the foreground. So this is the part which is the closest to our eyes. Then I want to really quickly put this color to the background. I'll do some quick hatching, really quick, nice and simple. And here we have a Christmas tree, so I will sketch it in this like very flake-like strokes. Then we have a couple of chairs here, so let's quickly show them as well. And then we have these plates. So our main light source is coming from the window. That's why we have a little bit of shade here, because this plate, it's basically, its form is like that, like it's curve from this view from the side. That's why there will be some shade happening from this side. So just simply put it here and there, and then once again let's check what we want to add. Maybe some more strokes to this chandelier, maybe a couple of strokes to the window, and then I switch to the next color, and here it will be this beautiful bright red color. So this is like the most Christmas color of all, I guess. So let's quickly sketch. First I'm like outlining my plate, and then the other plate, and then I put the color here. Alright, so let's do like this, and then color the entire napkin. Yes, be very attentive with very bright colors like that, because it's easy to overuse them. So just be very attentive. So let's put the color here and to the right. This sketch actually can look complicated from the first glance, but actually it's not, because here we use very simple type of perspective, this 1-point perspective. So nothing very complicated, nothing very frightening. You just need to start. So grab your pencil. If you're still just watching it and not drawing, I really would love to encourage you to take a piece of paper and a pencil and start drawing with me, my friend, because I know you want to draw that, so please don't hesitate. So here I put some Christmas decor, also a little bit of this color here, also this beautiful Christmas decoration happening in the background. So let's show it as well. But with the background, it's very important not to overdo it, because it should be very light. So I will smudge my edges a little bit so it's still a little bit wet. And look what I'm doing. I'm taking my beige color and I'm going on the border of its edges. So hey guys, hey everybody who's joining. Hi Palina, hi Jshaf, hi A7 Matt, hi Marfia. Hi guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Let me know about them in the comments below. I will check them at the end of this live stream, because for now I'm focusing on this drawing. So I will be answering your questions at the very end of this live stream, okay? So let's put this color here. It's so nice that some of my students are watching this live stream. It's also very, very nice. If you don't know yet, I have my online school of sketching where you can find video courses on interior design drawing. So if you are maybe an interior designer, an architect, you may want to master sketching in order to draw your projects or draw some sketch commissions. Next thing, I will use my, where is it? So now I want to add some shades and shadows. So we have this plate happening here. That's why there will be some shade appearing. All right, and then we will have a shadow under this little plate. Then we will have a shadow right here. And let us do some nice texture. So I will put these dots on the edges, like here and here. And this is, please guys, remember, this is our foreground, right? So in order to create this beautiful aerial perspective in our drawing, in order to create this realistic effect and 3D effect, we want to focus all our attention on the foreground. So I will do some texturing here with this beautiful decorative napkin on the foreground, and this napkin, it's going to be like plain and simple, something like that. So let's repeat all this stuff here. So here I will put another red napkin as well, like very quickly, nice and simple. Try not to overcomplicate sketching, try to enjoy it and do it as fast as possible. So it's not, sketching is definitely not an academic drawing. You want to speed up the process, even maybe artificially. Sometimes I recommend to my students to put a timer, to set some time, for example, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and draw in these chunks of time, because you will be surprised what your brain can do when it has some limited time. It can actually do things so much faster and more effective. All right, so let's add maybe a little bit of red color to our Christmas tree. So maybe it's our Christmas decor. And once again, as I already told you, this is our background. That's why I want these edges to be a little bit smudged, right? So I don't want them to be super precise like here on the foreground. I want them to be more smudged. All right. So for example, Copic Chow, they have this colorless blender, and it's possible to create beautiful effects with it. So I will open its brush nib and I will go over this super bright red. I will make it a little bit lighter, a little bit more dim. The same with this Christmas decor. And you will see that eventually this colorless blender, it will like blend, actually blend this color, and it will give us the desirable effect. That's why I love using these blenders. So the next color will be from Style File Marker, and this is turquoise blue 600, and I will do a background with it. So I'm doing background And while it's still wet, I will once again put my colorless blender on top. So this marker, it's actually a transparent marker, so basically it's just alcohol, so it will evaporate and the edge will be a little bit more soft. And on the foreground I want to put the same color, but this time I will not use my blender because I want the strokes on my foreground look more like rigid. Of course, I will add this color to my Christmas tree in order to give it this nice greenish color. And I really love this light mint color because it's not very strong. Because imagine if we'll use like a very, very dark green here, like something like that, it would create like too much contrast on the background, and this contrast might ruin our like realistic drawing, our like effect of background. I want it to be very, very soft here, guys. So here we are. We're actually almost done with this drawing. So basically all we want to do now is to add some more details and some more contrast to the background and to the foreground, of course. So maybe I will also put this color on the foreground here for some decoration. And now it's time for another green, and this time I will use this dark green, but I will use primarily it on the foreground. So let's imagine that these are maybe these branches, tree branches, Christmas tree decor on the table. Let's put it here like that, and there. You can even draw something very, very simple. Also, let's imagine that our plates have some decor in this color, so maybe it's like a floral pattern. Even though it's Christmas, still floral patterns are perfect for each and every time of the year. And as you know, I live in New Zealand right now, even though I'm Russian and I lived in Denmark for 3 years. In New Zealand, it's actually summer happening right now. It's summer in December because, as you know, it's another hemisphere. And this floral pattern and all these birds and flowers and butterflies look very organically here. So where I would love to add this color maybe on the background, but be very, very like, how to say, like, try to put as little as possible of this color. And I'm immediately smudging it. Basically what I'm doing is I'm smudging this color. And another color I would love to use is this also beige color. It's E31 from Copic Sketch. I will put a little bit of it to the foreground. So this is, as I told you, a wooden table. That's why we will have some partitions here. Not partitions, but you can see like the parts of wood, like its texture. You can even show some wooden texture on the foreground. Let's show it here. So are there any people who are drawing with me right now, or who did some sketches during this Christmas challenge? Let me know, and at the end of this live stream I will read all your comments, you guys, and I will answer all your questions if you have any. All right, so next marker will be this style file marker bronze. The color name is bronze 802, and I will add it very moderately to the background, like very, very nice and easy. Try not to overdo it. Also maybe do shadows of this Christmas decoration also in shadows, and it would be a good idea to add some dark green in shadows as well, because you know red and green, they are complementary color. They're complementary colors. They always, when they put together, they make each other look more bright and more brilliant. That's why I really love using them both. So now I will show some partitions of this wooden texture. So very nice and easy. Easy breezy, you're almost not touching the paper. And all these lines, of course, are running up to this vanishing point, which sits right here. Next, I will put it to my chandelier. I will show this, some details of it. Very nice and easy. Alright, so we are very close to the final stage of sketching, which is adding some liner. Also, I think it will be a good idea to add this color to these plates as well. So let's add it here and maybe show this plate below. It's very beautiful, right? I would really love that my Christmas table look like this one. It's such a beautiful table. It's such an inspiration for me. I hope for you as well. So let's add some decoration here. Now I'd love to use my wide nib of the marker. Showed here. Also on the middle ground. So this is our middle ground, this is our background, this is our foreground. I will add it here as well, but so much lighter in comparison with the foreground, and I'm almost not touching it on the background. Alright, so this is our maybe fireplace. Some details here as well. Tell me in the comments what's your favorite Christmas song. Really would love to create this Christmas mood. I love the song from like Harry Potter theme, the Christmas theme, remember from this first video. And also one of my students, Katya, she reminded me of a song from Home Alone, this Christmas song. It's also very beautiful. So now I'm using my warm gray number 3 marker from Grace of Style File Markers. I will add it and I will do this beautiful cheers with it. So let's show it as well. Now let's add this green color that we used here, and let's put it in the shadows, because it will work very well. As you can see, markers, they can be easily layered. You can do a lot of layers with markers. You can like mix colors. You can create new colors, and we should definitely use this advantage, because for example with watercolor it's a little bit more complicated to mix the colors, and because it involves obviously water, like these watercolors, but with markers it is so much simpler. So of course you want to use this advantage and mix the colors in order to create like new beautiful ones. So let's add it here as well, just a little bit. Alright. To make my background a little bit more dim, especially this Christmas tree, I want it to look a little bit darker in comparison with background wall. So I will do it like that. Also, I want to make my foreground a little bit brighter and more details to this wooden texture, so something like that. Plus, I think I'd love to make this bottom part of the wall a little bit darker in comparison with its upper part. So I will color it here. All right. So the final stage is actually involves this black liner. So here I use a liner from Unipin. Its thickness is 0.5. It's actually one of my favorite thicknesses. So let's draw all these floral patterns. At the very end, we'll also use white pastel pencil and white ink gel pen. If you don't have white ink gel pen or white pastel pencil, maybe you have like a white gouache or something, so you can add it to your sketch. So let's show a spoon here and some forks here. Once again, it's sketching, so let's do it in a sketchy way. And yeah, of course we have this 6 plate there on the background, so let's not forget it. So also I think I want to make this texture, wooden texture, more precise with my pencil, like a regular pencil, because in my opinion black liner would look a little bit too strong here, like a little bit too sharp for this like delicate light colored wood. So, by the way, I have the entire course on textures, like video course, online video course on textures in interior design drawing, and I covered there. You can master with this course textures like wood and leather and metal and brick and concrete and marble, white marble and black marble as well. So if you're interested in mastering textures in interior design drawing, you definitely want to check this course. And I think I want to make this border a little bit brighter on the foreground. So, almost final strokes. So I will add them to my chandelier here. Looks like that. Also, I think I'd love to use my white pastel pencil for some final details. So I want to add a little bit more light here. And here, I actually love how this white pastel pencil works here. Maybe some texturing here, and we are almost done. This beautiful, it looks like a Christmas card. So maybe I will send it to my friends or family in Russia. Some white, let's add it to here, and maybe to the Christmas tree. So before adding some white color to the Christmas tree, I want to add a couple of more details here. So let's assume that this is some kind of Christmas toy. Maybe it's a deer, Santa's deer, or something like an animal standing here. Also, we have these beautiful candles. So let's show them quickly as well. And here we have this big beautiful glass candle light. It's right here. And another one in the background. You will see it with my reference photo. And finally, so like something like that. So we want to make these chairs on the foreground a little bit more precise. Like that. And now let's add some final accents with our white color. So I will use very thin brush, it's number 4, and quite a lot of this white gouache, and we will add it to this Christmas tree. So we will do some Christmas lights with it, with these final strokes. So this really creates all the magic. Because remember how we were darkening this background in order it to look a little bit darker than the wall? So that's why, because of these lights, because the darker the background, the brighter the lights look. And maybe we have some stuff here. Also maybe something here. Some light here on the chair. So I'm really enjoying this process, you guys. I hope you too. Let's add it to the window and maybe on the foreground. So maybe it's gonna be our plate. Set a little bit of white here. Here as well. All right, this is our sketch for today.